Hey viewers, Michael Warren here from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play That Time of Year on Guitar by Vinnie Vincent Invasions. Now this one's for the intermediate player, and we'll cover all the guitar parts and do the solo at the end. So let's get into it. Okay, for our intro we're going to start on an open D string, play the 6 on the B, open E, back to 6 on the B. And then we go to 7 on the G, 6B, open E, 6B. Then just drop back to 5 on the G, 6B, open E, 6B, and do that again. 5, 6, open 6. And we're going to call that riff 1, and we do that through 4 times. So slowly starting on the D string there. Let's do that a couple of times up to speed. And again. So we do that through 4 times. Then we play the 3rd fret on the G string, and you're better off barring the G, B and E string here. Play the 3rd fret G. Play the 5th fret on the E and pull off to the 3rd fret on the E. So then just play 3rd fret B, 3rd fret G, then back to the 6th fret on the B, open E, back to the 6th fret again on the B. And we do that through 2 times. Let's do that slowly first. And then we just go back to our first riff again. We're calling that part riff 2 from the 3 on the G. So let me play a couple of times through riff 1 into riff 2 there, starting on the open D. And that's riff 2 there from that 3 on the G. And then after that we just go back to riff 1 again, and we do it through 2 times, and then riff 2 again. And that's the intro for the clean guitar. Now let's have a look at what the heavy guitar's doing. So a heavy guitar comes in when riff 1 plays the 2nd time. We do a slide, and then we just play the open E, 1st fret, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So just a little chromatic run there. And then open A, 3rd fret A, 4th fret A there, so slowly. Then we go into a D power chord, so 5 on the A string, 7 on the D and the G, we play it once. Then we do 3 palm mutes with it, 1, 2, 3, play it again. So we have, come back to a C power chord, 3rd fret on the A, 5th on the D and the G, we play it once. Now we're going to do a palm muting again on the 3rd fret A, down, down, up. So slowly we have. Then we're going to play the 6th fret on the B, pull off to the 5, pull off to the 3. And then just play the 5 on the G. So, then we're going to repeat that from the D again. D, C. And then this time we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string, 6th fret on the B, pull off to the 5, and then 5 on the G. So let me play that first part for you slowly. From there we're going back to a B flat, so 1st fret on the A string, 3rd on the D and the G, play it once, 3 palm mutes. Then we're going to grab the 1st fret on the E string and play the 3rd fret on the B string at the same time, and pull off from that 1st fret to the open. Go back to our B flat, play it once, and do the same pattern that we did on the C. Down, down, up. Then go back to the first fret again on the E, third fret on the B, pull off again to the open. Then just play third fret, B, open, E. So that part slowly from the B flat. Coming back to the D, same strumming pattern as before. Back to the C, and then we do our run again. Open 1, 2, 3, 4 on the E, A, open 3, 4. So let me play the whole thing through slowly, then we'll do it up to speed. It's actually going to finish on the D power chord again there, but that's coming into our verse. It finishes on the D there after our little run up. So let's do that up to speed now to hear how it's going to sound. That's our heavy guitar there for the intro, and then we have a bit of a lead as well, just playing harmonics. So let's have a look at that. So for our solo, we're going to start on the 7th fret harmonic on the D string, just play that, and we're going to push in on our bar. Then as we're down, we're going to play the 7th fret harmonic on the G and let the bar come back up. Then play the 5th fret harmonic on the G, and we're going to pull the bar up. And let it come back down and just hold that there, that 5th fret harmonic. So pretty easy, let's play through that quickly. And that's our little solo for the intro. Now let's have a look at the verse. So our clean guitar is really easy. We do riff 1 2 times, riff 2, back to riff 1 2 times, and then riff 2, and that's our clean guitar. So it's the same parts as our intro. Now our verse for our heavy guitar, we finished on that D there from the intro, and we just hold that for 8 bars. Then we come back to an A power chord, so open A string, 2nd fret on the D and the G. We play that 2 times as a down up. Then come up to our C power chord 2 times, down up. And then we're just going to play the verse the same as we did the heavy guitar in the intro, starting on the D, back to the C, our little 6-5-3, back to the D, the C, and our 3-6-5-5, back to our B flat, our pull off on the 1st fret. So that's all the same as our verse. Then to finish that off, we're coming up to the D. We're going to play it open, 2 palm mutes, 1, 2, and then we're going to play it again, the D as a palm mute. Then just play the open A and the 7th fret on the D string, once palm muted, back to 5-7, open 7, 5-7, and then we do a slide there. So let me play that little part for you now. And then we just play the D minor chord this time, 5th fret on the A, 7th on the D and the G, 6 on the B, and we're going to do a down on the A, D and G, and then an up on the 6, 7 and 7, so 6 on the B, 7 on the G and the D. So we're going down, up, down, up. And that's the heavy verse there, so let me play that through for you. And that's our verse from there we go into our pre-chorus. Let's have a look at that. So for our pre-chorus, our heavy guitar is going to start on the C, then play 5 on the G, 5 on the D, and then 6 on the B, pull off the 5, and then 5 G, 5 D, so slowly. Then come up to your D minor like we did before, 1, and then play 7 on the G, 7 on the D. Now take your little finger, put it on the B string, 8th fret, pull off to 6 because your second finger's already on the 6, and then go back and play the 7 on the G there. So then we're coming to a G power chord, so 3rd fret on the E, 5th on the A and the D, play it once. An A power chord, so we're just moving up 2 frets. Up to a B flat, so got 1 fret. So then play the B flat again and just move up 2 frets there to the C. And then we're going to drop to the F, so 8th fret on the A string, 10 on the D and the G, and back to the C. So that little part slowly. Then we're going to repeat that again. G, up to A, B flat, up to C. Now we hold that and then we come back to the B flat. Then we're going to drop to the A, so you can do either A here, and we're going to do open then palm mute, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, so sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and there. And that's a heavy guitar, and there's also a clean guitar with that. So let's play that through first. And that gets us ready for the chorus there. So now let's have a look what the clean guitar's doing. So for the C and the D at the start of the pre-chorus we don't play, and then we come in on the G there. So we're going to play the 5th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the E, 3rd fret on the B, 5th fret on the E. Then we're just going to take that shape, we're going to play the 8th fret on the D. This time we're going to play 6B, 8E, 6B. Then we're going to come up to the 10th fret, 10 on the D, and then just 8B, 8E, 8B. So that part slowly. Then we're coming back to the 5 and do that the same. The 8 the same. The 10 the same. Then come back to the 8, so 8D, 6B, 6E, 6B. And then to finish that, we're going to drop to this A sus4 chord. We're going to play the open A string, 2nd fret on the G, open E, 3rd fret on the B there, and do that 3 times. And that's the clean guitar there, so let me play that for you up to speed, starting on that 5th fret. That's the clean guitar there for the pre-chorus. Then we have the chorus. Let's have a look at that. So for our chorus, there's only a heavy guitar, and we're finished on that A with the build-up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Then we're just going to do a quick down up on that A, and then just play the A power chord, C, D, back to C, and back to B flat, and then back up to C 2 times. Then we're going to play this F here. We're going to have the 3rd fret on the D string. We're going to have the 5th fret on the G and the 6 on the B. Play that once. And then just drop your your first finger back to the 2nd fret on the D, still playing 5 and 6 on G and B. Then we jump into the 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D. Play that once. 3rd fret on A and D. And then 5th fret on the D, 3rd fret on the A, and then back to the A power chords. Let me play that slowly for you because that's a little confusing. Then from there we're just going to the B flat again, play that, and then play 3rd fret B, 3rd fret G, 3rd fret B, 3rd fret G again, so. Then we just go back to the A and we're repeating that first part again. A, C, D, C, B, C, C, and then we have our F, our back to A. Now this time we're going to jump again to the B flat. We're going to play the first fret on the A string, 3rd fret G, 3rd fret B, 3rd fret G, and do that again. Then we're going to jump up to the 5th fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the B string, and then 3rd fret E, 3rd fret B, 1st fret on the E, 3rd fret B, and then open E, 3rd fret on the B. So that last part slowly. And that's our chorus. Let me play the whole thing through slowly, and then we'll do it up to speed. That's our chorus. Now let's do that up to speed. From there we go back to this little post-chorus part. So let's have a look at that now. So for right after the chorus, with our clean guitars just playing riff 1 again, and we do that through 2 times, and the heavy guitars doing what we did in the verse, the D to the C with our little fill, back to the D to the C. Now we're going to do our little chromatic run, but he does the open string 2 times. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, O on the A, 3 and 4. So we play that up to speed. We've done that before. So you can see it's nearly exactly the same, except we've got the double O on the E there. And that's our little post-chorus part. So from there, our second verse, the heavy guitar is exactly the same as the first verse. The clean guitar is nearly exactly the same as well. We have riff 1 by 2, riff 2, riff 1 again by 2, and then we play riff 2, but we leave off at the last 2 bars. We don't play the 5, 6 open, 5, 6 open. We leave that out for that second verse, and that's the only thing different. Then from there we go into our pre-chorus again, and that's exactly the same as the one we just did. And then we go into our chorus. Let's have a look at that. So our second chorus is all going to be the same except for the end. So we still have the build up. All the same. Now this is where it changes, where it goes to that B flat. This time we're going to play the first fret E string, 3rd fret on the G, B and G, or 3rd fret. Then we're going to jump to the 3rd fret on the E, B, G, 1st fret again on the A, and then 3rd fret E, G, B, 1st fret on the A again. So we have to sort of push down our 3rd finger there. So. And that's the end of the second chorus there, so let me just play that last line for you. solo, and we'll cover that at the end. Let's do the chords behind the solo first. So we're going to do something similar to our verse. We're going to start on the D, open, 3 palm mutes, 2, 3, open, back to the C, do our palm mute, down, down, up. Then like we did in the chorus, we play the F, and then our 2, 5, 6 there, and we do that 2 times. So then we go into the B flat, and we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we're going to play it again, but palm muted, the B flat. Then we're going to come back to the first fret on the A, second fret on the D, and we're going to alternate between those two. So we have 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So back to the D. Now this time we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then like we did, we're going to play the D minor, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We'll do that 4 times. And that's the end of the solo there, so let me play that, nothing too hard. Our solo there. From there we go back into the pre-chorus. Now this time while we're playing the pre-chorus there's no clean guitar because he's got this little solo over it, and we'll look at all that in a minute. And then we have our chorus. Let's have a look at that, and this is to finish off the song. Now our last chorus is exactly the same, except the second time we go to the B flat we're going to hold that and just do palm muting on it. We're going to do that for 4 bars. Now the last one finishes on a 4, we don't play the and, so it's just a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. From there we go back up to the D. Now before we get to that, the clean guitar is just playing that B flat again, the first fret on the A, third on the G, and back to G there. So, and that's a clean guitar. From our build up, our heavy guitar just starts repeating this. Now we have the D, C, A, C, C, and then our F, and dropping back to the second fret, and do that 3 times. One more time. Now the last one it's the same, he's just slowing it all down. C. And then we just go back and we play the clean intro exactly the same. So let me play that last part of the chorus for you. So that's all our rhythm parts here. Now let's have a look at the solo. So starting on the open A, third fret A, then the D string, open 2, 3. Then on the G, play the open and hammer onto the 2. And then stay on the 2, we're going to play it again, hammer onto 3, pull off the 2, pull off the open. And you can use your whammy bar for a bit of vibrato there. And then G string 2, 3, 5. do a bend on the 3 on the G, and then just play 3, pull off the 2, 3, pull off the open there. Let me play that first part slowly for you. Then from there we're going to slide up to the 10th fret on the B, 13 B, 10 on the E, play the 12 on the E and just do a half bend, then play the 12 again, back to the B, 13, 10, and then 13 again with a bend, so slowly. Then we're going to come to the 20th fret, do a bend on the B string, E string, 17, 18, 20, then come back to 17, hammer onto 18, pull off to 17 on the E, 20 on the B, back to E, 17, 20, then do a bend on 18 on the E, then do a bend on 20 on the E. And that's the main part of the solo. Then he keeps playing. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Let me play that first part for you. And then from there he does 20, pull off the 18, pull off the 17 on the E, 20 on the B, B string, 18, 17, G string, 19, 17, 15, back to 17, 19, B string, 18, 17, stay on the B, 18, 17, hammer onto 18, pull off to 17, 19, G, 17 G, 15 G, back to 17, 19, 18 on the B, 17 on the B, then 18, 17 on the G, 19, 17, then slide up to the 17 on the B and finish with a bend on 20 on the B. And that's the last little part there. So let me put the whole thing together for you so you can hear how that sounds. And that's the main part of the solo, and that's all got harmonies on it as well, so let's have a look at those. So for a harmony, we're going to start on the 12th fret on the A, then the D string, 10, 12, then the G string, 9, 10, 12, to 10 on the B string, and then do 10, hammer onto 11, pull off to 10 on the B, back to 12 on the G, and then we play B, 10, 11, 13, do a bend on 11, pull off from 11 to 10 on the B, and then 12 on the G. So that first part. Then we're going to slide up to the 19th fret on the G, B string, 17, 18, 20, bend on the 20, play 20, 17, back to 19 on the G, then do a half bend on the 17 on the B, then another half bend on 17 on the B, and then we're playing E string, 13, 15, 17, stay on the E, 13, hammer onto 15, pull off to 13, 17 B, then to finish that off, 13, 17 on the E, and then do a bend on 15 on the E, and then bend again on 15 on the E. And that's the last part of the harmony, and then we go into the next part, which is where the singing starts. We're just going to do 17, pull off to 15, pull off to 13 on the E, 17 on the B, come back to B, 15, 13, G, 15, 14, 12, 14, 15, back to B, 15, 13, stay on B, 15, 13, hammer on to 15, pull off to 13, G, 15, 14, 12, 14, 15, back to B, 15, 13, and then to finish off B, 15, 13, G, 15, 14, slide up to 14 on the B, and then do a bend, just a half bend on 17 on the B. And that's all the harmonies there, so let me play that through for you. And that's our harmony there, and that's all the guitar parts. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.